record. We break our own record. 62 dead. Today is the 1st. Today is Thursday, 1st of February. And 5 people dead already. But you're stunting whiner boy jackass of a prime minister. Waiting 4 weeks to call state of emergency. Not that we need a state of emergency, you know. But because he has no other clue. And he has no other plan. He calling the Dwen from Siparia. He want to meet with her to find out what we gonna do, how we gonna fix it. I want to tell you something. All the chickens have come home to roost. You know what went on in Trinidad and Tobago? Let me break it down to you real simple. You see, the people who were getting voted into office, they realized that it was easy to thief because the British had set up the colony for a place to take advantage of the natives, and nothing changed. Eric Williams, all he did was change the color massa. Eric Williams climb up on all your back and let loose iron too. But stick a pin. We ain't here to talk about Eric. All I'm telling you is the public service, the public sector in this country has become a thiefdom. And it's a thiefdom because those on top wanted to steal money. All they wanted to do was get into office. This government, last government, Pandey government, Manning government, Robbie government. Robbie and them thief what they could get because they had no money there. Eric Williams was a bandit and his entire government was a bandit government. Bastio Pandey's entire government was a bandit government. His 2 daughters get £1 million from Lawrence Dupre. When he was prime minister, a bunch of bandits. Kamala, Keith Rowley, Manning, miss me with all your bullshit. Understand where we reach. All of these thieves on top needed in the public service nodes, people who would facilitate theft, co-conspirators, what I call the bandit clan. But these little nodes, what they were doing, they was getting their piece of the big man thief, but they learned to thief too. So what we've done is we've made an entire system corrupt and everybody thieving, nothing working. You can't get it over the counter unless you put something on the clipboard. You can't get it. Why? You want the country to work? Start a locker from on top. AR-15 rifles for sale in Trinidad. AR-15. Scotiabank have an AR-15 plan. Where these little black boys getting money to bring in AR-15? Miss me with that bullshit. We're dealing with crime tonight. Share the video.
Everybody inside there like it. It's getting hard. But when I watch out their faces, not my yoke like it going mad. It must be the budget that the man from White called it read. Cause all of them inside are there like it. Some can't really see. That kind of hair couldn't come from weed.
To the people who sharing the bullshit on WhatsApp, that they monitoring the calls and the videos and the WhatsApp, some tomorrow listen. This is Pharaoh Speedo cutting off the blood circulation to his 2 tiny testicles. He has run out of ways to turn off Facebook, so he's trying to frighten you away from Facebook. Let me tell you, there is no law that allows the government to do any of that. And if the SIA eavesdrops on you and they don't have a warrant for that eavesdrop, they could make a jail. And it is time we start holding from top to bottom. Call them to account, because you see this madness, it had to done in this country now. Share the video. Stop sharing that bullshit on WhatsApp. They can't do it. No matter how Rowley and Paris and Stuart want to turn me off, it's not happening. We mad. More than mad. What other country in the world do you know that every single citizen of that country know that its Department of Transportation is a criminal enterprise? Which other country? Who in Trinidad does not think licensing office is corrupt from the top down? That you could buy, sell and trade anything for the right price inside of there? Who? That is the licensing authority of Trinidad and freaking Tobago. Who in this country doesn't know that the entire licensing office from the top to the bottom, corrupt, cancer, rotten to the freaking core? Who don't know? Who don't know all them little PH drivers outside, they paid $5, $6, $8 and $1,200 for a license and they can't drive. That's why they're killing one another, they're killing people on the nation roads. Who don't know that the licensing office is corrupt? Rohan Sinanan? Because if Rohan Sinanan, as the line minister responsible, fire his stunting cowboy boots wearing ass, and tonight again on Stink and Dirty, so that all of you who sharing that bullshit on Facebook and WhatsApp, that they monitoring calls, monitor me. Let them monitor me. I want you to see, I want you to hear, I want you to understand your role and responsibility in this democracy is one thing. Stand up. Do not let them fool you. Do not let them terrorize you. Stop buying bullshit. When people send you that message on WhatsApp saying they're monitoring calls and monitoring social media, send them a middle finger. Tell them stop giving me bullshit to hold. Share with me how we dealing with the money they just thief. The money they just thief in Hilton. Because check how they getting, they tripping up themselves. They have Rhoda Barrett sending out this little stunting monkey. They have her sending out posts that saying the money from Hilton was put in a special account and we have a deal so that that money will come back and fix the pool. No problem. That sounds rational. But you have the next jackass Paula Gopi School saying the money come from E-Tech. So which is it? Which of these two stunting jackasses, Barrett or Gopi School, correct? Which one? Because the media not investigating that. They don't care to investigate that. Take iron. Today, I went to see a movie called The Post. And I took some quotes from The Post. Because the media in this country, these little bend down, touch your toe girls that passing as journalists in the country, the role of the press. Richard Nixon tried to take the New York Times and the Washington Post to court. He wanted to jail the editors for treason because they put out something called the Washington Papers. And that was about the Pentagon Papers. And the Pentagon Papers, sorry for tripping up, and again here the whole plot of the show, but you need to know this. The Pentagon Papers was what stopped the Vietnam War. It was Deputy State McNamara who had done a study through all of the presidencies that were involved in the Vietnam War, and they found out that the American government knew that the United States of America had no chance at winning that war, and all the little boys who went and died, they murdered them. So when the New York Times bust that mark with the Panama Papers, with the Pentagon Papers, they tried to jail them. The Washington Post took a decision to stand in solidarity, and when they stopped the New York Times from publishing, the Post started to publish. They took them all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled against the United States president. The Supreme Court said when the founding fathers framed the Constitution and endowed press with freedom, it was to protect the governed, not the governors. You understand that? In this country, our media is a cesspool, a latrine of filth. Hired guns, stunted for blowjob money. Ignore everything you see on Satga News Network and Massy Media. I am talking like this tonight to make a point. I want you to understand. I see I have a partner named Derek Lucien putting out some videos. I want 500 more all here, like Mark Rees, like Stark. I want all you to stand up. You must terrorize them on the airwaves. You must refuse to accept shit as sugar any longer. You must ignore Heyman Fazir stunting bullshit in the morning and give them real royal news right here, live on social media, so that people understand all this bullshit that Faris trying to sell, that they will monitor Facebook. Faris Al-Rawi, Johnny Sukaran, miss me with your stunting greasy hair bullshit, friend. You can't shut Facebook down, no matter how you try. You understand? We will not allow you. We will fire your ass and send you back to Baghdad where you come from. Moving on. This is a country where crime is being committed. I got a video where little boys at the Lavantel water tank face off with police with AK-47 and AR-15. My partner Maurice say, PHILLIP, an AR-15 is $75,000. An AK-47 is $90,000. I want you to understand, a clip, a rounds for AR-15 is $500. Where these little black hen chicken getting that money? Does Scotiabank have an AR-15 plan? Is RBC financing AK-47? If the answer to both of those questions is no, keep Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley, who brought the 30,000 illegal guns that you told the nation exist, who brought it into Trinidad and Tobago? You lying, double-tongued, deceitful, hypocritical jackass. You are a failure of epic proportions. You're a bullshit artist, and you're lucky you have Sabga in your pocket so his media could be used as guns for hire. But social media will rip all your bullshit apart. Tell the nation, Keith Christopher Rowley, by your estimation, who spent the $3 billion that brought those 30,000 illegal guns into the country? Tell them that. Call Dora the Explorer Dillon. Where? I hear he gave his daughter a big walk in some drone thing in the Ministry of National Security. I'm waiting for more. I'm waiting for more. And for all of them who think that they will fool me, terrorize me, threaten me and all this bullshit, I ain't going nowhere. Today, I tell the Progressive Empowerment Party, I spending too much time talking party politics and not enough time talking people politics. And to Mr. Peter George Olive Oil Drizzling Jr., who say he have $50 million to spend on his party. I want to tell you something, brother. I'm going to take the politics down in Laventille. I'm going to take the politics down in Waterhole. I'm going Scorpion and Big Yard. Follow me. Bring your $50 million and come, because we're going to take the politics in Embakade and Enterprise. We're going where the people on the ground live, the people who money that's put money in your pocket. So we're going to see if you're really committed to this country or if you're just another stunting jackass looking for a payday. We're going to deal with this right up, straight up, and I want you to hear my words. So that when you say Philip don't like you, I want you to understand it's not personal. But you see the bullshit, we ain't taking it no more. Trinidad have one chance to fix itself. And bring in 5 failed former finance ministers and from PNM and UNC and calling them names and pelting your olive oil $50 million behind it. That ain't it, brother. The people want representation. Trinidadians need to find out now. Like in the Panama Papers, when they found out, keep saying the Panama Papers, the Pentagon Papers, when they found out that the government knew, I am going to tell you, we are going to find out. The government always knew that poverty in this country is made up. It is a construct. It is designed to enslave the people of Trinidad and Tobago. It has made slaves of our people. It has put into Subway and KFC people who have no choice but to take licks and stick and make sandwich and put chips in a bag, because our education system, this next stunting woodsman jackass say he not stepping down. Partner, God in heaven waiting for you. God in heaven waiting for you. You're talking about your wood, but you can't piss. You're talking about your wood, but you can't stand up by a urinal and piss, you jackass. You're making a fool of yourself, your family name, and everybody. And I want those who say that they don't like when I talk like this to miss me with your bullshit. You go and sit down for your convenient lies, up to your waist and shit. Take your jamming. And if you're getting paid for it, brother, if you say you're comfortable with Trinidad because you're getting paid, hope that the wolf, when it bongs you up, that you have your party card. And you can say, watch me, I's Rowley boy, I's Rowley girl, don't do me nothing. Hope that the wolf on that. Because the wolf is an equal opportunity devourer. So hope it don't fall on you. A woman sent me a message tonight. I wasn't going to be this angry, you know. I wasn't going to be this angry. I mean, I'm upset about this bullshit that's going on in the country. But a woman sent me a message tonight that she and her family sent 3 pints of blood for their family member who needs surgery. And these mother asses in the health sector thief the woman blood and give it to somebody else and say she couldn't get she surgery because she blood can't work. What kind of madness going on in this country? What kind of crazy jackass madness going on in this country? All your teeth and blood now. All your teeth and blood. The woman family brings you 3 pints of blood for her surgery and all your teeth that. But boy, people, listen, Trinidad. All you when all you're going into the hospital, make sure you have a security guard watching you while they're operating so they don't thief no organs. Because if they're thief and blood, I ain't trusting nobody opening me up. How I know I coming out of there with the same amount of kidneys I went in with? I don't know. And if they're so mad to thief 3 pints of blood, what they wouldn't thief? What they wouldn't thief? And don't matter how you phrase it, because your blood bank said, this is how it works. Drop 3 pints of blood for your relative. You do not use those 3 pints of blood for somebody else. That is theft. You have stolen people's blood. That is mad. When the lawyer said to the publisher of the Post, if you publish this, you risk losing your family fortune. You risk losing everything you have, and you risk going to jail. She said, if we do not hold them to account, who will? And that is why I do this every night. Because Fazil and Hema and Louis Hart and the rest of those professionally highly paid stunters, they're not here to hold government to account. They're here to feather their nest and fix their business and call what they're doing journalism and media. You are trapped by misinformation, false doctrine, failed dogma, mad ideology, PNM and UNC. And then it is sanitized and turned from shit into sugar by Goldie Bruce and Kamal Eaton Georges right there on Saturday News Network. And this next little Indian girl, what's she name? Short Legs. Can't remember her name. From TV6, she was on. Can't remember. Desha Rambacha. I do not have any respect for these people. I'll tell you why. If you are just a normal person, do your thing. But when you take up a profession that requires that you don't do wrong, and you do wrong, it is doubly worse. That's why I said to somebody today, I prefer to hang white-collar criminals than them little black boys who in the commission of a crime accidentally kill somebody. And the reason I think that you should hang white-collar criminals first is because they had a choice. They have options. They already have. They already have. And they have options to get more. They didn't have to thief to take it. And that is why they have to be held to a more stringent standard than the people at the bottom. I'm not excusing the people on the bottom. Don't get me wrong. And all you know, all you could tell, Philip with power, oh gosh, think about it. I will fix this country. I'm not here to stunt for you. People say, Phil, all your words you're talking, they done saving it to hold it against you when you're Prime Minister. You can't hold it against me. This is what I believe. This is what I believe. Philip Edward Alexander as Prime Minister will make it legal to cuss. Cuss the government. Will make it legal to march. March against the government. Come out and protest. Will deepen and broaden your democracy. You need that voice. It is only governments that are afraid of the people standing up against them for their wrongdoing, have no idea, have no plan how to give people back their democracy. This banana republic, this is a bullshit country. This is a shithole. Anybody who trying to pretend that this is not a shithole, lying to themselves or lying to other people. And the Bible says deception is a crime. It's a mortal sin. It's on the 10 Commandments. The Hindus, the Muslims, the Christians, the Baptists, nobody will say lying is okay. So stop lying. Stop lying. This is a shithole. We take fertile land and give it to contractocracy, oligarchy, and bandit clans to build mall and strip mall and cinema and door grow food. We take money from food importers into political parties so that we have no food growing policy. Kamala, tell me a lie. Kamala, stand up on a stage somewhere. Kamala, Rudal, tell me a lie. Vasan freaking stunting jackass Bharat, stand up somewhere and tell me a lie. I was the Minister of Agriculture. If I lie, how come in 5 years you ain't seeing grow one ass? How come in 5 years some P&M financiers benefit from fertile farmland for things other than growing food? Kamala, you who told the nation that you bundle Baji and Bodi, you ain't grown nothing to reduce the price of food. You're ashamed. You ain't do nothing to help put agriculture workers back on the farm. You're ashamed. Or they take 5 years talking back and forth about the European Union money since Pandey days. The European money come for sugarcane farmers. Well, they're ashamed. Sell people land and didn't insist that that county land be used for farming. So it flipped 3 times. And it's being used for housing now. Make no mistake. Food independence is a matter of national security. Say that again. Food independence is a matter of national security. If you can't feed your people, you don't own your country. If you can't feed your people, you are not independent. If you can't feed your people, you are reliant on other people for your governance and your well-being. That is not an independent nation. Under a progressive empowerment party government, all lands that were farmlands will be reclaimed and repurposed to farming and growing food. And I don't care what you build on it, we will break it down. Because this country has been mismanaged to the point where the price of food in the supermarket is 3 times what it should be to a nation whose dollar value minimum wage is 1/7 that of the United States, its major trading partner, and our value of our dollar is 1/15 of what it should be. You all have taken advantage of the people, created fake poverty, allowed the banks to collude, to form themselves into a bankers association so that they could set fees and they could set plans so that the people gets nothing for their money. This is the only country where the people gets nothing for their money. So you by law have to get, when you go for a job, by law it have to pass through a bank. And when you go by the bank, they're not getting any interest, but they're charging you for possessing the money. The same money that they could use for credit to make money, you know. And charging you fees. Cash warehousing is a business in China. That ain't bank here. But a progressive empowerment party will say, you know what? We ain't telling all you nothing. Stay there. Open the market. Bring in international competition. The market worth billions. All they're making billions just on fees. All they're letting nobody no money. All they're making billions. You can imagine if we bring in real banks into this country. But we will pass a law that regulates the finance industry. And you can't form yourself into an association. You can't collude. That will cost you your license. That will cost you your license to trade. Because this is a country where the people have been put last, not first, by the very governments that the people vote into office to seek their interests. Because the moment Trinidadians realize that the well-being of the citizenry is the only purpose of government, they will get very, very angry. This is a nation that needs to be angry. This is a nation, all of the people in this country from the top down need to be very angry. This is not a time for you to stunt and pretend and play because my hair is one way and your hair is another way. I vote in one way and you vote another way. See that madness? That is what have your children eating mud and your generations to come. You see, if you can't think it through, I want to tell you, you're facilitating people thieving like the bank workers. The bank workers don't know on a daily basis, every time they pull somebody off the counter and double up the workload for the existing tellers, make the line more frustrating, send somebody out to a clipboard to say, you know, you could use the ATM. The bank workers don't know from the manager down, them is plebs. They don't know they're cutting their own throat. Because what the banks want to do is shut all the branches down. Right now, they couldn't have a better racket. I mean, this as racket gets. In Trinidad, you're allowed to lend people money for 20, 30, 40 years. And for the first half of the loan, all the money that they're paying is interest. So even if halfway into the loan, they buy a house from you and they finance it for 20 years, 10 years into that loan, they want to settle with you, they still owing all the money they borrow. Even though they have dutifully paid every month, all that money is interest. You get your piece, your pound of flesh up front. Shylock, you get your pound of flesh up front. You don't know what's a Shylock? Go on Google. See what Shakespeare called them. You get your pound of flesh up front. Yeah? That is a massive racket. Loan sharks don't get that. And worse. What is even worse, the banks now are charging you fees to hold your money. And what they want to do is take away all the cost of service. They want to send you to an ATM in a hole in the wall, or online banking, and tell us for convenience and stuff like that. It's to save them money. It's to save them electricity bill and rent and staff bills. Now they're going to make all that money and have zero expenses. That's what the bank's looking for. You can't blame them. This is a gangster's paradise. This entire country is a criminal romping ground. Gouging and profiteering is what we do. That is the reason for being in business in Trinidad and Tobago. They just tell you, brother, if I don't do it, somebody else will do it. That's what they tell you now. Straight to your face. If I don't thief, somebody else go thief. The thief ain't gonna be done. So it might as well be me. That is how they justify their bad behavior. That is what goes on in this country. The banking sector alone needs to be regulated, and it needs to be put on a competing footing. And all those fees have to be removed. And they have to start providing further services. Bathroom facilities, toilet facilities for your customers. And seats for your elderly. That's where we need to go. But all that's being done in this country is the government come and government go. And the 1% and the oligarchs get them to agree to let them advantage you further. These little jackasses, Rowley and Kamala and Monilal and Colm, they just want their genitals blown on. That's what they want, you know. Blow air all up my ass. That's what Kamala want. Go and check what they was doing. Kamala was taking a 4-day weekend, 3 days to run the country, 4 days to like herself. What do you think Rowley doing? Grooming her ass all over the place. You don't want to hear it from me? The media don't want to tell you. But they're not running the country. They've never had the country's interests at heart. All they wanted to do was like this. That blue lights. Stuart Young is a stud. Stuart Young is a stud. Look at Faris. Faris whine on everybody for the carnival. Whine on everybody. He's a stud. That is what they're going there for. They're not really running the country. The oligarchs who put them there, they run in the country. So when Pact talk about a $50 million oligarch money, that money had to come back. That money went to bring money. And but you have to get upset. You have to get angry. You have to get vexed. This is not a time to be whining. This is not a time to be drinking. This is a time for accounting. This is a time for checking and planning. And if you're not doing that, you're cutting your own throat. Kamala and Rudal and Coleman Keith, them just get to like up themselves and take the little couple millions, you know. Boat, big house. I mean, Kamala build a house and Rudal build a bigger house. And you know what? Like yourself. But what they've given in exchange for that is they've sold you that much further down the river. And every time one of those governments come, your condition gets worse. To the point where we are at 10 consecutive quarters of negative economic growth in a world that has been booming for the past 3 years. You explain that to me and get me to understand that. I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago something. Keith Rowley knows. Edmund Dillon and his 2 assistant ministers know how to secure this nation. They tripped and said it before. They've said it before. Securing the borders is job one. Why haven't they done it yet? Why haven't they done it yet? Is it because this country is a narco state and they can't do it because of the people who finance them? Is that it? Or are they just stupid, incompetent, lazy, and foolish? Which one? Which one? Because the entire proposal that when I tell you about the maritime security war, you know how I find out? I read it in the Ministry of National Security. When Gary Griffith was there, in fact, is Gary name it a maritime security war. They know about this since Manning. Since Manning days, they know that securing the borders with these repurposed oil barges, interceptor boats and helicopters connected by the 360-degree radar, cook thing done. They know. Manning knew, Pandey knew, Kamla knew, Rowley knew. Why are they not doing it? Why are they not doing it? You think I am the only one who knows how to clean up the police service? You think I am the only one who knows that you bring Scotland Yard or the FBI or New York City Internal Affairs, and in 6 months you get all of the rogues and the corrupt and the criminal, and you suspend them and you investigate them for prosecution? You think I'm the only one who knows that? Why didn't Kamla do it? Why didn't Keith? Why didn't Silver Fox? Baz with your rapier tongue? Why he didn't do it? Why didn't Manning? Patrick Manning. When I tell you, people say I sound like Manning, and I don't like that. Because Manning words were used to consign people to poverty and squalor. I hear that jackass once say that when he no longer Prime Minister, he want to be a pastor. And when he say that, I swear, God stoops. God stoops. But they say, even the devil is quote scripture. Even Satan know how to quote scripture. So I want to, you see, I don't want to dwell too much, but I want you to understand this. If you're not waking up now, don't wait for yourself to get in an accident and reach in that general hospital and they put you on a piss-soaked bed, you know. Don't wait. Don't wait for that. Don't wait for your loved one to be sitting, nursing a gunshot wound from a robbery where the Ministry of National Security and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service could not protect you. They couldn't secure the borders. They couldn't deal with illegal guns in the country. So you or a loved one are now a victim of a gunshot wound. And you couldn't get to the hospital on time, so you bleed out and you're dead. Because the ambulance that's supposed to come to Port of Spain also go in Sangre Grande and he on the next run. So, bleed out and dead. Or, you luck in your favor, you get ambulance to pick you up, you reach Mount Hope. But they tell you Mount Hope ain't taking nobody right now because they have fleas. They have a flea infestation in Mount Hope. Send that person San Fernando and you bleed out and you're dead. Or you reach Mount Hope and they have no fleas. They could take you, but they have no electricity. So you can't get surgery. And they're trying to stabilize you, but they fail. Because they need electricity to run the monitors. And you bleed out and you're dead. You see, I'm trying to be as graphic as I could. Because some of you walking around with your heads up your ass, thinking that what is going on in this country is normal. It's not. There is a reason the buses run on time everywhere else. There is a reason healthcare works everywhere else. There's a reason police service works everywhere else. There is a reason when you pay your taxes in foreign countries, you get government services. There is a reason the people of all those countries are treated with courtesy, dignity, and respect. There is a reason, and there is a reason why nothing works in Trinidad and Tobago. We've spent $55 billion in the last 11 years on our healthcare sector. Just that, $55,000 million. Just that. We've spent $80,000 million on national security, police, Army, national security, $90,000 million. We spent $50,000 million on education. We spent $55,000 million on the Ministry of Works. Where all our money? What do we have to show for it? Failed healthcare. In 10 years, we've put out 200,000 functionally illiterate adults who did not get educated. What they got was housed and misled. That's what they got. Where's our national security money? What did we get for it? We have our army running up and down the road in Chagaramas. For what? Venezuela going and invade? What? Can we fight Venezuela? What is the army training for? Why is the Coast Guard parked up and not securing this nation's borders? Why? Why is that going on? Why is it so easy to get on a pirogue, drive to Venezuela, drive back to Trinidad, up the Caroni and offload what the hell you please? Forget up the Caroni. You could motor your Bertram into the yacht club and pull off a cooler big like a casket, and they have nobody to say, yo, what's in that, brother? You can do what you like. This is do what you like land. This is the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what the hell you like land. And if you are not yet upset, if you are not yet angry that this is what is passing for governance, Keith, Kamala, Baz, Manning, all of them, if you're not upset, I can't help you. I can't help you. And I told the Progressive Empowerment Party today, and I removed myself from all the conversations as about politics. I said, you know what? Y'all build the party. I go into the people. I go in tomorrow. I go in to buy a microphone and a speaker box. And I go in every community that will have me. And I post it on Facebook. Message me. Any church, any bar, any corner. Message me and I come in. We will bring the message of hope to the people and we'll mobilize and organize them. Black, white, red, green, and every shade in between. Live from Laventille. Let us do this. Let us take the message of hope to the ground. Let us educate, inform, and empower all the people of this country. Peter George, bring your olive oil. Bring your 50 million. Bring Vasant, Enel, and Mariano, and follow me. And I will ask you questions. When the three of you had public office, what did you do to improve the conditions of these people? What did you do? What did you do with your time in office? What? Account for it. Peter, if you have a $50 million war chest, name them. Name who put in the 50 million and what they want in return. Name them. You see, like every single person name I call them out. Catherine Stallmeyer, White, Kirkwaite, David Abdullah, Keith Rowley, Kamala Prasad Bisesa. All of them know me by wanting to get me in with them. I had breakfast with Kirkwaite the first time me and he talked. Was in Adams. But I could tell a stunting artist from a mile away. You know. This is my blood will take you. Do your thing, brother. Do your thing. Pull down everybody but the HDC because you have contract in the HDC. But I don't have to watch that. You go and sit down with Hema. Giggle for she giggle for you. We call that journalism. We call that journalism, and I am angry. I am angry tonight because 5 people dead today. And the only solutions these stunting jackasses have is lock up and lock down. So whine for them. And after Carnival, they've had state of emergency. Because they have no idea what they're doing. They have no clue. I have friends that have to support me in private because to support me in public is to risk losing business. This government terrorizing people. But don't forget, the last government did too. That last government, Anna Ramlogan, cussed up everybody who had stand up against the government. Remember, Peter Minshall got cussed. Some woman that they hired to sit on some board, and she said, hey, I ain't signed up for that cuss where she asked to, I can't remember her name. You can't run the country so. You must be willing to take talk. You gotta be willing to take mouth. You gotta be willing for the public to say, hey, I'm not happy. Your job is to make them happy. And if you don't want that job, don't apply for the job. But if you want the job, understand, securing the nation, that's the job of government. Safety of the people, that's the job of government. Well-being of the citizenry, that's the job of government. Food security, that's the job of government. Proper education, that's the job of government. Healthcare that treats everybody with dignity and respect, that's the job of government. Every time we hit a pothole, the government fails. Every time somebody trip on a road, local government, Port of Spain City Corporation, all them people who hang them dustbin outside the fence, they break the law. And it's in the Summary Offences Act. and they are they're posing risk to young children, elderly, and the visually impaired. Why you're not passing around and chopping them down? Eh? Who paying your bribes? Who paying your bribes? It's like the Diego Martin Regional Corporation not dealing with, was it about sunrise, daybreak, sunset that built itself out into the road? I ask him, since this stunting jackass Minister of Works, Member of Parliament for Diego Martin Central, Daryl Rumper Boy, hand on my Secretary R. Smith, since he was in Diego Martin Regional Corporation, I'm asking how it is that Daybreak Cafe get to build out into the street. They have one person in Diego Martin Regional Corporation and say, here now, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem correct. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we have to be upset. We have to be angry. And the government has to stop using the state machinery against the people. That is corruption. That is misbehavior in public office. And if the Commissioner of Police does not know his job, we need to fire him. He works for us too. You have to understand all of them. All of them. The Chief Justice is a public servant. All the judges, public servant. I want them to hear me. The magistrates, public servants. His Excellency, Her Excellency, We Excellency, public servants. That's your work. Serve the people. Somebody wrote a letter today to the incoming president, a woman named Nayala Maraj. I really want to read this. Letter to the new president of Trinidad and Tobago. Your Excellency, may I be the first to welcome you to your job and offer, as is customary, a few words of counsel. For your first act, I recommend you create a new national award and give it to Prime Minister Rowley. Dr. Rowley is doing what no one else has ever managed. He is uniting Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody knows he's Rowley. You can tell when people is watching my videos. You can tell, you can hear the words. Your Excellency, other people won't tell you this. They only whisper it amongst close family. In the words, he making black people shame. In public, they put on a face like Melania Trump, zonked out of your mind with antidepressants. Who, me? Pay attention to politics? That face seems to ask you mad. I only interested in dainty things like ecology, history, and the sexual tribulations of poor unsuspecting blondes in Hollywood. These small island squabbles between darkies are beneath my notice. What that face really means is I want to have my cake and eat it too. I want the contract to fix Hilton Pool, groom a few golf courses, or thief a few million gallons of oil. But I don't want to be associated with the shit kickery that's going on. Why that blasted Rowley don't do something about crime? I had to spend $30,000 to hire guards for my child birthday party. Mr. Rowley might be a genius in the field of reverse psychology, Your Excellency. By destroying the sea bridge between Trinidad and Tobago, he managed to unite the two islands. Now people all in Mason Hall looking to count his mother's vegetables, just like the denizens of Barrackpore. I hope you will take my advice under advisement, Your Excellency. Give me a call if you need more. Till then, live long and prosper. Nayala Maraj. A next office holder that we do not need, the president. Whether gay, straight, man, woman, tall, short, black, white, doesn't matter. The entire office is a waste of time. All the functions that the president office does, the Chief Justice could do. It's just a waste of time. But it's a waste of money. And we need that money. We need the money that is wasted on the president's office. We need the money that is wasted on the Senate. The Senate does not provide oversight. The Senate is already a government majority. It is bullshit. It is bullshit. It is bullshit. We do not need the Senate. That is a glorious waste of money. The people who get appointed to the parliament and ministries do not need tax-free status. That is a waste of money. We do not need that. Local government is a duplication of existing ministries, a waste of time, and we do not need it. The regional health authority bullshit is a way for them to thief money. It is a waste of time. It does not function. We do not need it. We do not need UDCOT, Sport, TT, EFCL, ENBD. We do not need VEMCOT. We do not need ETEC and INTEC working for NEPDEC and National Insurance Board doing things other than their remit. If it not the narrow confines of healthcare, it should be nothing at all. Do not take National Insurance Board funds and finance your partner disco around the savannah. Because Siam, Apsara and Tamnak Thai is why poor people can't get health benefits from National Insurance Board. Another criminal act. This country needs to wake up. The people need to be angry. I need to turn on my Facebook tomorrow and see 500 videos. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Talk till your liver string busts. Talk. It is time for all of us to talk. People need to see other people in sense. Plenty of us walking around shame. Shame. We black and they thinking we vote PNM, we didn't. Or we black and we vote PNM but we vexed. Or we Indian and we had vote UNC and we still vexed. Stop that shit. We's Trini. We's Trini. Because the vast majority of us is mixed breed. We's mixed breed. The vast majority. And all of we vexed with these two parties. Stop walking around dealing with the suffering you're suffering. Your business suffering. You can't get foreign exchange to stock your business. And you're going down. You can't tell your family. You can't tell your neighbors. You don't want nobody to see. All of a sudden, you pack up and you disappear. You go on quiet and you're a janitor in somebody's place. If you speak up now, you don't have to run to America. If you spoke up, others will speak up too. You will realize it is not just you that the government is taking advantage of. You will realize that it is not just you suffering due to governmental mismanagement. You will realize that there are others just like you that need help. And you know what? There is strength in numbers. On my Facebook profile picture, I quote Margaret Mead, who said, "Never doubt that a small group of committed citizens can change the world. It is the only thing that ever has." Do not forget that. It is time to own your catchers. It is time to own your sufferation. It is time to own your fear and your pressure. It is time to stand up and say, this is madness. This can't continue. This is madness. We have to be able to say, this is a madman country. We have mad people running this country. Nothing works. Nothing works. Nothing in this country works. You can rely on nothing that is public sector to help you. This is a madman country. This is madness. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have to get angry enough to stand up and say, this is not acceptable.
Set you free. Anywhere you turn, somebody chanting to we. Somebody promising jobs for all. Some renting fund to make other people fall. But somebody promising more police cars. Somebody going to take the country far. Somebody putting all the bandits away. We say, if they do the crime, they're going to damn well pay. But somebody promising a human rights. While somebody threatening to put out their lights. The Montreal full with little Trinidad boys. A bullet start to whine and put an end to the joy. Now they're lying cold for their mama to mourn. The Nike gone, the gold teeth gone. You see, they want their pocket full with blue silk. They want the stock you drinking full cream milk.
For every mother in this country that has had to cry tears and bury their children, for every mother, I do this. For every girlfriend, every boyfriend, every husband and wife who's had to bury somebody that lost their lives in this country to violent crime and murder, preventable death, this is why I do this. This is why I will continue to do this. Black, white, red or green, and every shade in between. I am equally incensed. I am equally upset. I mourn every lost life. It is time for us as a people to stand together and say, enough.
The little red silk is not their true friend. The blue one have two extra knots on the end. So a tag on the toe is now they take it to hell.
Well, look where we reach.
Well, I hear a madman ball as he spread out on a wall. He said, this is it, I've been hit.
No time to wait. No time to
quit. Was the chant of a madman in this tale from a strange land. The chant of the madman is the only salvation.
Same woman.
Promising to put on the gas.
Now the olive oil's come.
Promising to run all the bread. Somebody pushing
A world-class head.
Somebody clean out the weed well fast.
But somebody letting the cocaine pass.
Somebody promised to abolish the tax. Somebody promised to kill with the facts. Somebody promised to clean up the land. But in this clean land,
Rats still killing man.
we bright little youths.
Going to waste. Somebody thief the smile from their face.
Somebody take one love off the shelf. Let the one love boys that to sell out themselves. Somebody going to end all this talk about race.
But they can't tell me that with a straight face.
Big men dying, the crime can't solve. A madman rant is my only resolve. I hear the madman call.
As he lay upon a wall.
He said,
This is it, this is it, this is it, I've been hit.
but no time to give a brother
No time to quit.
a chant of a madman. In this tale from a strange land.
Madness, total and complete madness, unforgivable madness, unacceptable madness, irresponsible madness, mismanaged madness. This is deliberate madness. This country is a madman's rant. This country is a madman's land. This country and everything about it is madness. Tonight we drunk somewhere, whining back and whining front, and the wolf outside there stalking we. The wolf outside there stalking we, and we whining still. We whining still. From next week, I will be taking the show on the road. No big set of production. We have no big set of money. I am going to pay for it myself. I am going to sponsor everything myself. I am going to do this. I am taking this message on the road. I'm going to print flyers myself. I want to come in. This is how Benjamin Franklin did it. I want to come in your community. I want to talk to you where you live. I want to look at where your suffering is. Show me the drain that flood in your house. Show me the mosquitoes. Show me where they breed in. Show me the gangland area. Show me where police can't go. Show me where the thieving thing and hiding thing. Show me where the children going to school and the grass growing bigger than the building. Show me, take me. Show me how it is you're living and how you're still taking this, because I want to come in every community. I don't want to go in the bright big shot area. Take me where the suffering is. I want to come and I want to see and I want to show Trinidad and Tobago. I want to broadcast it live. I want Trinidadians to understand that this is what our brothers and sisters putting up with. I want Trinidadians to understand that. We need to take responsibility for this country. We need to pull together and stand up. This is no longer just about stunting. I do not want to waste my time. When you read the Bible, the New Testament, there's a guy named John the Baptist. John the Baptist didn't want to be the Messiah. John the Baptist wanted to cut the road. John the Baptist wanted to make it so that when a Messiah came, he could save souls. I want to be John the Baptist. I don't want to work. I don't want to be Prime Minister. So all of them who trying to sanitize me and clothe me and wash me down with oil, miss me. Save yourself. Save your oil. I want to come and take the message to the people. And I only know one way to talk. So if it's not prime ministerial enough for you, then I won't be Prime Minister for you. But my job is not up for negotiation. I am no longer interested in wasting time. We have a country to save. Camelot is collapsing. Eden is burning to the ground. This country, this blessed nation, what's supposed to be the most beautiful paradise on earth, Trinidad and Tobago, blessed with more natural wonders than any other country in the world. Our people are so naturally brilliant and beautiful. We succeed at anything we touch, given a chance, hope and opportunity. Once you put them in a first world nation, Trinidadians soar. Trinidadians soar. But in Trinidad is ketchup and jam. In Trinidad is slave wages and pressure. In Trinidad, in this failed nation, in the madness that is Trinidad and Tobago, you can't go nowhere. You could be the brightest. Your ass is grass. As an extreme he saying. I know where it come from, but if your ass is grass, it can't be a good thing. Yeah? Tell me. The Progressive Empowerment Party is the only political organization in this country to rescue Trinidad and Tobago. The Progressive Empowerment Party is not connected to the parasitic oligarchy or any oligarchs for that matter. We have no contractors and deep pocket financiers. Anybody who puts money into the PEP, doing that for country alone. And if you want strings attached, look elsewhere.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can foretell our country's fate. But use it well before it's free. If it is that who you're voting, fail beyond a doubt. When you're voting,
Vote them out.
vote them out. If it is they prove it to be only full amount. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the time is now that
Change should come about. Just as how you vote them in, vote them out.
register and vote them out. If they don't see,
Vote them out.
stain your finger and
Vote them out.
show them no mercy.
Vote them out.
Vote them out with total scorn.
And utter this day, let's put our country together again. Vote them out of power. Terminate their reign.
Let's put our country together again.
I don't want nobody to like me. This is not about me. I want you to hear my words, take my words, steal my words, make my words your words. Tell everybody you know the country could fix. We could have a blessed nation. This is how. Show them line item by line item. We could fix it. We know how to do it. This is how we could make it work. PNM, UNC, anybody who coming along. This is how we do it.
If for 30 years you voting them in,
And it's only tears.
as soon as they win, they give you big words.
And enslave your soul, promising your roads.
And giving potholes. If they are the reason why the economy goes sprout,
When you're voting,
vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the passing laws
that them alone can flout.
when you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out.
If it is the building eyesores, east, west, north, and south. Just as how you vote them in, vote them out.
Register and
Vote them out.
totally
Vote them out.
stain your finger and
Vote them out.
rescue the country.
Vote them out.
Vote them out with tempo. They happy in pain.
Let's put our country together again. Vote them out of power. Terminate their reign. Let's put our country together again. We can do this. We can fix everything that is wrong in this country. We can break it apart and fix them item by item. Functional education, functional healthcare, national security, safety of the people, affordable food, food independence, food security. Come on, man, we could do this. We could do this. We could do this. Register, get yourself ready. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, could do this.
If their policy,
It's a fallacy,
their bureaucracy,
a catastrophe,
if they cannot cope,
and you're seeing so, then your only hope is for them to go.
if it is fabrication, these statements that they spout,
When you're voting,
vote them out. Vote them out. If it is that frustration that make you want to shout,
when you're voting,
vote them out. Vote them out. Before they misuse out, thief out, sell out, and digs out.
use out, keep out, sell out, digs out. That's what they do. All of them. coming with the ass dragging and leaving as millionaires. Watch them.
Stick your finger and them on the system.
Vote them out.
Put them out in Scarborough and in Porterspell.
Let's put our country together again.
Put them out in Kamuga and in Laro.
Do like Sterling Leha. Make a video. Tell me what's going on in your community. Tag me. I will send it viral. Do like Derek Lushen. Everybody, your phone is a camera, is a video camera. Start to take video everywhere. Go everywhere in the country, wherever you is. Whatever is the bullshit that you dealing with, show me. I will send it viral for you. Send it here. Stand up. 1 million strong. It is time to wake them up. When all of us stand together, they can't do none of us nothing. Stand together. We could fix this.
People must come first.
People must come first. Citizens by right. None of we are worse. Yellow, black or white. Food, shelter and clothes.
Shelter and clothes.
Free movement and speech.
Movement and speech.
A garden that
A
grows.
garden that grows.
And one love for each.
If it is that injustice is what they always show.
When you're voting, vote them out.
If it is that avarice
Is all they seem to know. When you're voting, vote them out.
if it is their politics,
It's just a puppy show. When election day come, all 41 must go.
register and if they don't see, stain your finger and show them no mercy.
Alisek, I keep asking you not to put violent bullshit on my wall. I know you have a good heart, but you're not in Trinidad. Stop putting violent bullshit on my wall. You will never, ever, ever hear Philip Edward Alexander associate himself with anything unlawful, illegal, or undemocratic. If you cannot work with the laws of the land, because I could, do not post on my wall. Now I have to go and find that nonsense post. You just post on the thread to delete it. Please stop doing that.
Put them out in total scorn and utter disdain. Let's put our country together again. Put them out of power.
Terminate the rain.
Let's put our country together again.
The Progressive Empowerment Party, its slogan is one people under one flag. Indians tell your African friends, Africans tell your Indian friends, Syrian tell your Chinese friends. Nowhere else in the world has the melting pot of ethnicities that we have in Trinidad and Tobago. We are Eden. We are paradise. We are the example that every other country needs to live up to. We are the greatest nation in the entire world. Per capita, we could be the wealthiest people on the planet. We could have the best. We could be the best. Everybody else go want to fake and pretend there's we. It is time for us to get that. We deserve that. 55 years of bullshit and marauding is enough. You have an opportunity. Stand together. Stand for one another. Stand up for your country. Stand up for your future. Stand together. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. It is time we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, stood together to rescue our country. Ignore the detractors, ignore the haters, ignore the trolls. Don't put anything to that. Stand up for Trinidad and Tobago. The Progressive Empowerment Party. This Saturday's meeting is not open to the public. It's a training session for the entire teams for Level Up 2018. So we apologize. But because it's carnival time, we thought it would have been difficult for you all to get there or to get parking anyway. So next we will announce, I think, right after carnival, the Saturday with Ash Wednesday week, we will be open again to the public. We are working every Saturday, and if you need to reach me, just message me. I want to be ready to take the show on the road. Debbie Lee Jaikaran is the person in charge of organizing cottage meetings and events. Reach out to Debbie Lee Jaikaran and say, Debbie Lee, because Nisha Emery organized a place today in Brazil, and we already have that for March. Wherever you are in the country, and you could organize a space, a place, a yard, a corner. It don't have to be a rally. It could be a cottage meeting. It could be a gathering of people. I come in anywhere. Organize. Reach out to Debbie Lee Jaikaran. She's the person in charge of that. The Progressive Empowerment Party needs your financial help. Shari Wilson, Satish Ramsaran, Felicia Holder, reach out to them. We need your financial help. We are building the party $1 at a time. We do not want deep pocket financing, but we are going to need financing. We need your help. We need your help. Yeah? Trinidad and Tobago. We need to stand together. We need to work together. We need to make this country the paradise on earth it was meant to be. Stand with each other. Stand for the country. Stand for your elders. Stand for your children. Stand for yourself in the future. We need to stand together and rescue Trinidad and Tobago. peptrinbago@gmail.com is the official email address of the party. peptt.com is the website. Pep app, PEP. Download the PEP app. It'll keep you updated as to things that's happening in the party, so they can't block us on the traditional media that is dying anyway. Yeah? They go in the way of the dinosaur. Social media is king. And that's what's frightening this government and the oligarchy behind them. Because the people have a voice now. The people have the truth now. The people are educated, informed, and empowered now. And that worries them. Let us stand together and fix this country. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, one people under one flag. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, one people under one flag, stand together and rescue this nation. To all of you who have not heeded my warnings and are going to have anything to do with Carnival, please move in large groups. Honey, your boyfriend alone is not enough. Them fellas moving in packs. So make sure they're moving in packs too. Make yourself a difficult target. Move in groups. Park together. Make sure that where you're going, all of you are moving together. Make sure everybody know how everybody getting home. Do the buddy system. Text and WhatsApp and make sure everybody reach home safe. No jewelry, small money. If you're in an all-inclusive band, no money at all. $20 vex money somewhere in your shoe, and that's it. That's it. But be very careful. Leave the band before the sunset. Do not put yourself in danger. Do not make yourself an easy target. This is not a safe time in Trinidad and Tobago. And that's it. Until I see you again. I think tomorrow is Friday Night Live, because I have some soca I want to play. So we might be here with you tomorrow night on the Friday Night Live. And until then, stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.